So I'm going to walk you through the data journey for the customers. So we approach this from a groupage point of view, first of all. By solving that problem, we also fix it for full loads and importers. So when you log into our portal, you have the option to create an ENS, and we've split this journey into 4 steps. So as Rob alluded to, we've got the journey steps. So this is where you're the ENS requester, you're the person lodging the declaration, and this is the reason you need a GB EORI. You capture your reference for that shipment or that movement, that truck or container. You may not know your vehicle details at this point in time, but you can add them later. If you're not a haulier and you're the importer, you will need to mention the GB EORI of that haulier for an accompanied load, or that ferry company for an unaccompanied load. But in the case of you're the haulier lodging your own declarations, you can leave this box blank. We've then got port information, departure time and arrival time. And if they're being consolidated at one location in that country, you can mention that at the transport and journey level. But if this is being collected en route within France, for example, that would be identified at consignment level. And finally, on this journey is the routing. So as Rob alluded to, the countries for all the goods on that movement would be in the route for the transport and journey. When we add things, we collect further details and validate them as we go. So we collect the mode of transport, vehicle details and nationality, along with the trailer or container number. Where the data is missing, we highlight that visually so that you can come back to it. So if we move on to the next page, you will get prompted to say, do you want to fix these errors now or save and continue? And we do show you visually as you progress through it. When adding consignments, we do support multiple consignments because from a groupage point of view, there's lots of shipments going on one truck. So from a EORI UK customer point of view, we've made this easy. If we're doing a pre-lodged Frontier declaration, we'll provide the MRN for that pre-lodged import. We'll also provide the MRN if we're doing the Irish export. So we've got the opportunity here to use that MRN and populate the data in ENS. We do validate it because we only see our data. So if you're using a different broker, we don't have sight of that data, and we'll tell you that we don't recognize that reference. Where we do recognize it, we're bringing over that data to pre-populate, and this helps the whole process of you adding your data to the truck when you know what you're loading on each vehicle. You can add as many consignments as you need. Again, you may have missing information, so we do identify where you need to readdress missing information. But as you work through this, you again see the details and you can go into the items and edit them as you require. The third step is the seal number, the transport documents, and the transport charges method of payment. So you add this information. Again, you can add multiple documents if you require, or if you've got one transport document that covers all the movements on that load, you only need to refer to that one document. And you've got the option to add notified parties. So that's an optional field, but if there are other parties involved in that movement, you can add the details and the EORI numbers. The final step of adding data is just to make sure everything's valid. So we show here if there's any issues, you'd see indicators. But if everything looks good, we can then submit that to HMRC and you'd return to the dashboard. So these are all the shipments that you're expecting for this date range. And we show you where you've got errors, where it's accepted, or where it's a work in progress of building that ENS declaration. So it's all very visual and easy to follow through. Where you do have errors, we are building up error handling. So you can see a summary of what consignments have errors at the shipment level. And when you go to the consignment level, we've got red error pointers to identify where it's a customs error. So the key here is it's an amber if it's a data validation, but it's red if it's a customs error. And then you can go into the system and fix that data as required. And again, you'll get the error pointers showing you what you need to fix. Once that data's fixed and the declarations got accepted, the shipment view shows you the shipment details at the top and then all the consignments and the MRNs we've received from HMRC. So these are all the references that would need to be added to the GMR. And you also have the option to print this shipment. So you've got a printout that can go with the driver if Border Force require to see the entry security declarations on arrival in GB. So that's a brief run through of the data journey. We are in the process of building this as a fully fledged application. We are looking to have it available for use before the 31st. And as you can see here, we do have the error pointers that we showed you in the data journey. So you can see at the transport level what's missing. And when you go into a transport, you see the indicators of what you need to do. Again, where there's a HMRC list, we're using all the published HMRC data. And where we've got multiple consignments, again, you've got indicators to show you what's needed at what step. The final thing I wanted to show you is our knowledge base, which we're creating to help support you in using this application. So you'll sign up to this as part of registering for CABIE once we launch it. And this will walk you through the actions you need to do for adding users, doing declarations, error handling, and as well as detailing a lot of the frequently asked questions that we see as part of ENS. Once you've got access to this knowledge board, you also have the support form. So where you are having an issue and you need assistance, you can contact our customer services and they'll respond as soon as possible to give you the answers you need. So that's the end of the walkthrough.